I've always believed that there are two ways you can get to know somebody. One is the way you're probably thinking of. Predictable. Just by talking to somebody, learning their life story. You know, you go on a date or you make a new friend, they tell you about themselves. You think you know them. You might know what their favourite colour is, their favourite food, favourite drink. You might even know their daily routine, when they're busy, when they're not busy, and where they're going to be, usually. I think this is the more shallow form of knowing somebody. Because nobody is 100% honest all the time. They might not do it on purpose. People lie to themselves, which in turn means they could be lying to you. Nobody's 100% self-aware. Nobody really knows themselves. As far as I know, neuroscientists say that about 90% of the time you're just on autopilot, going through habits. We do very little conscious thinking. You don't think about breathing, until I just said that. You don't think about walking, you just do it. It's a habit. Muscle memory. So you never see yourself do a lot of these habits, but you see it in other people. The form of getting to know somebody that I want to talk about is when you've spent so much time around somebody. You spent so much time with them that you know their behavior. You see their habits and you can almost predict what they're going to do before they actually do it. You just pick up on what they like to do, how they like to act in certain situations. Subconscious things that they probably don't notice themselves. One of my best friends in particular, I don't think realizes how predictable he can be sometimes. I've spent so much time with him over the years that I can predict how he's going to react to certain things. I know how to word things to not piss him off. I know how he's going to react to certain situations. Over text, I can tell when he's upset by the words he uses, even when he's trying to act like he's not upset. And this just came about from going to hell and back with him. We've been through all the lowest and the highest points of life together. You're going to get to know somebody. And here's the thing, the first way that I talked about, I might not know him too well in that regard. I know what he likes to do for fun and the things he's interested in. But he's a private person. He doesn't say too much a lot of the time about his private life. But he doesn't need to. I've still seen his behaviour. I've seen him when he's happy, I've seen him when he's stressed, I've seen him when he's scared. A real relationship probably has to have a bit of both now, doesn't it? If you're going to get to know somebody, you go on a date. They tell you their future plans, they tell you about their past. They tell you about how they feel in their current situation. But you need to take the time to get to know someone in the other way. You might have a great first date, but the honeymoon phase ends once you see how they talk to the other people in their life or the state that they leave the bathroom in. They might say that they want to be a doctor, but really they just spend a lot of time watching Grey's Anatomy. This goes for myself and yourself. So many behaviours that we go through in every day that we don't seem to be aware of. We've all met people who just lack self-awareness. We might be those people. It's kind of impossible to know yourself. I definitely have habits that I can't see myself perform through my own eyes. And I definitely have been judged by people around me for it. And they just never say anything.